I'm Sylvia. My topic is 28 Weeks Later. It's a zombie movie, and the movie developed a street game in London. I chose zombie movie for my midterm topic because zombie is considered as a good theme of the movie and the games, like the well-known serial movie and the video game Resident Evil. I have now watched all of the series of Resident Evil, and I don't think I don't have much time to do that. So therefore, I chose the movie which one of my friends suggested to me, 28 Days Later and the 28 Weeks Later. My friend said that it is more exciting than The Walking Dead because the zombies in the movie can run fast. There are also some bloody scenes in the movie. For example, the husband pokes his thumbs into his wife's eyes. People said that the director, Danny Boyle, plans to continue the serial, which is named 28 Months Later. The summary of 28 Weeks Later is about the virus which is named Rage. The virus can make people become the zombies. The setting of the movie is in England. In the beginning, the main character, Don, and his wife, Alice, were hiding in the house. As they were in the house, someone was knocking the door and asking for entering the house. Don thought that it is dangerous for them to let others enter the house. However, Alice considered that it's okay because it was just a boy. After they let the boy enter the house, the zombie also arrived outside their house immediately. They were attacked by the zombies. Soon, the zombies entered the house and beat the people. Don and Alice and the boy were surrounded by the zombie in a room. Don stood next to the window and asked Alice to abandon the boy and run away with him. Alice thought that it was too cruel to do that. Don decided to jump out the window and run away. No matter how hard and loudly Alice yelled and called his name, Don did not want to go back to the house to save Alice in order to survive. He thought that it was only way to survive, thought it was a cruel decision. After 28 weeks later, the virus was controlled. All of the zombies died from hunger. The American military helped England civilians to reconstruct their hometown. England was separated to some areas, and the Area 1 is the safest area for people to live. Then Don's children, Tammy and Andy, came back from the summer camp in Spain. Because they were in the summer camp, they were not attacked by the zombies. When they met their father, they were happy and asked lots of things about England, including their mother's death. Don lied to them and Don lied to them that he had tried to save their mother, but she was beaten and died. One day, Tammy and Andy left Area 1 without permission. They wanted to go back to their house to get some photos which can make them memorize their mother. When they arrived in the house, they found their mother was there too, and she did not die. Alice was sent to the laboratory. The researcher Scarlett said that it was an exception that she was beaten, but she did not become zombie. And she thought that there must be some special genes on Alice's body which can save all of English people. As Don heard that Alice did not die, he ran to the laboratory to confess to Alice and kiss her. However, this behavior made Don be infected by the virus and become the zombies. And soon another disaster happened. When it comes to the zombie movie, people will discuss about the humanity. It is also the theme which the director of 28 Days Later wants to depict. He wants to show that the selfishness will make the disaster, like Tammy and Andy left Area 1 and Don abandoned his wife. The humanity can be discussed in another way. Like Freud claims that the animal live with their instinct. However, humans lose their instinct. The instinct is distinguished from two parts. One is existence, the other is propagation. The animal eats for its existence and mates with another animal for propagation. They eat what they need and choose their couple for propagating. Unlike humans can choose what they like to eat and whom they want to marry. People eat not only what they need, but also what they do not need, like the junk food. Therefore, Freud makes a conclusion that people have lost their instinct. The connection between the animal and the nature is extinct. On the other hand, the connection between human and the nature is mind. If humans lose their mind, it will be difficult for them to live in the world. Like the zombies in the movie. Once the human is bitten by the zombies, they will lose their mind and bite one another. After a few weeks, all of them die from hunger. I also found and research about creating a zombie virus. The topic is, could scientists really create a zombie apocalypse virus? First of all, people should know two parts of the brain. One is frontal lobe and the other is cerebellum. The frontal lobe is responsible for controlling people's behavior. The cerebellum controls the coordination. Apparently, because of the damage of the frontal lobe and the cerebellum, as the scientist Steven says, this makes sense since zombies in movies are usually easy to outrun and overclock with a baseball bat. There is virus prion, which was discovered in 1960s. It spread at that time. The scientists find that the syndrome of the infected human or animal will be trembling and uncontrolled laughter. People call this disease kuru. The scientists find that the disease is from a custom of the tribe. People in the tribe will eat the dead body, even the brain, after they finish the funeral. Steven says that if people add sodium bicarbonate, it's a kind of chemical element to make metabolic alkalosis. It will raise the body's pH. As Steven described, you will have a seizure, twitching, and just look awful like a zombie. There is a street game which is held by the company Slingshot. As China Post reports, they play the games on the Halloween last month. Some of people will join the game will cosplay the zombies, and the others should run in order not to caught by the zombies. The rule is for people in the group. The players will have a map to guide them to get food and water. The zombies will appear at the corner of the street or in the empty building to chase those people. Thank you for your listening.